All right, so with our emerging trends class, I had two pretty good takeaways that I'm excited to utilize next year in the fall. So the first takeaway I had was sort of a merge of cloud-based learning and personalized learning reflection. And I thought the two of those things combined really fit this AnswerGarden site, which I can't believe I was unaware of, to be honest with you. It's so simple and seems right on my alley. But basically, Answer Garden is just that. It's a place where a teacher or a person can pose a question and get a whole lot of answers from that question, but put into a visual way so that the answers that were seen the most got bigger, like a word cloud. But I love that it's such a easy, slick brainstorming tool. I love that there's kind of like a no risk factor for kids because it's so quick and simplistic. Um, I also love that it sort of just adds a collaborative or a connective piece for junior high kids, which I teach seventh grade. And anytime they can sort of answer a question sort of privately without raising their hands and verbally doing it in front of a class, they could answer this question privately, but then see how many others share their same answer or share their same thought on something is really powerful for a 12, 13, 14-year-old who, is struggling with so much during adolescence that finding connections is big. So in my classroom, here's kind of how I see it working. I see at the beginning of the year using it um, sort of as a get to know you activity and posing just a question of the day. Every day I want to pose a question with Answer Garden. It's like the first thing I want kids to do as they enter the classroom. So they pose this question. It will be kind of silly in the beginning. And then as the year sort of progresses, what I would hope to continue to do is pose this question of the day, but have the question either be more brainstorming for what we're going to do that day, or maybe like a pre-reading question to kind of get kids engaged in the topic we're reading about, or even as a homework check or sort of a review question to see, hey, who read, who did the homework, who understands the homework. And what I would love to do is also print some of these really cool sort of Answer Garden word clouds that get created and post them around the room, especially at the beginning of the year when it's that get to know you stage. So Answer Garden for sure, it's on my list. I love it. I'm going to use it. I love how simple it is. The second takeaway I had was through our session on augmented reality, which is still, I get it a little bit more, but it's still one of those kind of like blurry topics in my mind. But this Aurasma app, I hope I'm saying that right, I think feels like I could use it. I looked it up a little bit. It seems simple. I like the idea that this app sort of allows you to um, kind of layer images with content to kind of expand kids' learning. We do a lot of QR code hunts and sort of roundabouts or round robins, if you will, throughout the year. I love getting kids out of their seat. And the QR hunts are great. It's great. They zap it and it takes them to a site. But what would be really cool is instead of just that QR code, to really have a picture and have something linked on that picture that creates that augmented reality that they click on. It takes them to something even deeper within that picture, something animated, something that would work even better to expand their learning. So the way I sort of see this in my classroom is through vocab. We do so many things with our vocab words that we have throughout each unit throughout the year. And I know that the number of experiences kids have with a vocab word, the more likely they are to actually learn the word. So I try to hit like 15 experiences per word before testing. And I just think this app could really help with that. I kind of see us having the word on the wall and then having a link within that word. I forgot the name it's used, but sort of a tag that they could go to within that word that takes them to either a visual of the word, maybe an audio of the word, or an animation of the word to kind of create a deeper understanding of the word. So I can see using that app for that. I can also see using the app to kind of create sort of a field trip to help with pre-reading or setting of a story we're about to read. So a lot of the books we read in English 7 at North Junior High, and short stories we read, take place outside of Minnesota, or even take place outside of, 2016. So it'd be really cool to kind of have this augmented reality and this app help them sort of gain insight into the era or the setting in which a story is about to take place so they can better connect with that story. So yeah, those two things. I really like the Aurasma app and the AnswerGarden website. Those are my two takeaways that I'm happy to share. Thank you.